Modern marriage has been a topic of intense debate for centuries, with many cultures and traditions debating the different aspects of this cornerstone of modern life. As times have changed, so have the various aspects of marriage, and it is now an incredibly diverse concept. In this article we will look at what modern marriage looks like, where it came from and whether or not it is a sustainable practice in the 21st century. Marriage has traditionally been seen as a union between a man and woman. But with the rise of LGBTQ rights, we are starting to see it as a union that can exist between any two people irrespective of gender and sexual orientation. This is just one example of how the concept of marriage has been modernized and changed to accommodate different types of couples and situations. The history of marriage itself predates recorded history, in that anthropologists can trace its origins all the way back to antiquated tribal rituals kept alive by oral tradition and folk custom. Many historians believe that these practices were rife with superstitious beliefs, and were very likely used as a way to maintain power and control within tribes. Fast forwarding to today and we can see how far marriage has come. In every aspect from ceremony to rules and regulations, marriage has evolved drastically. Marriage certificates, for example, have only been in use for roughly 200 years, signaling the change from personal union to a legalized contract between two people regardless of their background or position in society. With marriage being such an important part of society and culture, it's unsurprising that there have been so many debates concerning it over the years, particularly regarding the idea of modernizing it further to make it ever more inclusive. A commonly presented argument is that the introduction of new forms of legal commitment that don't necessitate wholehearted commitment, promises, or fidelity could potentially harm the institution of marriage. However, while some oppose modernizing marriage, others believe that altering certain aspects of the traditional contract could be essential to maintain commitment in relationships. In addition to this, some individuals also point out that continuous modernization would allow for more flexibility when it comes to certain aspects of being married, such as financial arrangements and prenuptial deals. Such changes could have far-reaching benefits for people who would otherwise be excluded from benefit-sharing arrangements due to a lack of legal recognition. Regardless of your views on the matter though, one thing is abundantly clear: modernizing marriage means accounting for the rapidly changing social landscape which we live in today. It's about recognizing the fact that relationships come in many forms and sizes, and allowing them equal rights regardless of the traditional box that society tries to operate within. By respecting the need for gradual change and updating existing legislation that governs such matters as pension sharing and foreign taxation issues, we can make strides towards bringing marriage into the 21st century. Whether or not you are in favor of modernizing marriage, it is still worth understanding why such adaptations are needed and why we should always strive for further inclusion and acceptance in matters related to our private lives.